It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a Star Wars themed beer from Akasha project, and this is a can of their light Sabro. It's a hazy IPA coming in at 5.5% ABV in a 375 milliliter can. This is for all you Star Wars fans out there. Sent by Mick, the wonderful Mick in Australia. Without further ado then, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh, that was an interesting opening, wasn't it? Kind of a little weird popping noise as that opened. Right, here we go. I love Star Wars, gotta be honest. I love all the Star Wars stuff. Always have. You know, as a carpenter, everything's almost out of reach. You know, unless you're wearing a decent tool belt where you can carry all your nails and screws and hammers, and everything else hangs off your belt. But sometimes in life, you know, you've gone up a ladder or you're fitting floor joists and your hammer's just on the other side. And you'd have a joke around with the other carpenter or the labourers or the bricklayer, and you'd go, you know, the force type of thing. Try and get your hammer to fly across the room and land in your hand, you know. And it always get people laughing. People would always laugh. You know, your sword is just out of reach and you do that kind of... It would always get people laughing. Or they just thought you were completely bonkers. Right, one finger, white head, hazy, really nice and hazy. I reckon if it was clear it would be a light amber in colour. Canned conditioned beer. You can see the little bit of sediment there in the bottom, a little bit of yeasty sediment in the bottom of the glass. Nice levels of slow moving carbonation. Akasha project, they used to be called Akasha Beer Project or Akasha Brewing. It's just Akasha Project now. And it always catches me out, if you probably noticed in the kind of the intro to this video, I almost went Akasha Beer Project, and it was that last minute stutter, that last minute Akasha Project. Anyway, aroma on this lovely looking beer then. Looks like mango juice, grapefruit juice. Wow, 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 wow. Lovely. Oh, really lovely. Almost like a pineapple. Tin pineapple chunks in the syrup. You know where they put the tin pineapple in syrup and... Oh, lovely. A little bit of tangerine, orange peel. And let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Wow. Blooming heck. Whoa, that was... Gonna use the word sharp. That was like, woof. Really kind of boom. Difficult to describe, that one. Almost like I just wanted to pull it away from my mouth. Let's get back in. Blimey heck. That is so fresh. That is... Whoa, wow. That's a difficult one to describe, that is, because... Well, I think they've just, like, put 1 million tons of Sabro hops in the beer, and it's like, woomph, really in your face. Wow. Yeah, a little, here's some fizz of carbonation. I can't use the word hot. I used to use the word hot in beer. Sometimes a beer can be so fresh with the hops that they can give you like a warming sensation as you're drinking the beer. It's not hot. It's not like super overly fresh, although it feels like that. It's just really full on, really in your face. I never had a hoppy beer quite like this before. Ooh. Pardon me. It's like concentrated grapefruit or concentrated pineapple. Like really full on, like drinking concentrated grapefruit juice or concentrated pineapple juice. It's really kind of in your face. Ooh. I think this is one for, I mean, you've really got to absolutely adore hops. I mean, we all adore hops, don't we? Who doesn't? But I think this one is a step too far. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with everybody, that first taste was like, whoa, I almost like pulled it away from my mouth. Like, oh, what's this? A step too far, I think. I think they've used too many hops in this beer. It's like they've really kind of gone to town with the hops. You can't blame breweries for doing that, because everybody wants to drink hoppy beers, don't they? They really want to drink hoppy beers, but this is a hoppy beer that is overly hoppy. It's just like concentrated grapefruit juice, raw out of the bottle, like. You're getting tangerine, orange peel, but it's difficult to get anything else. It's difficult to pick out the malt. It's not really that bitter on the back end, so it kind of just goes a bit like all of the flavours in the middle. You're not really getting any malt because of just the sheer amount of hops in the beer, and then it's not doing really anything on the back end. It's just that kind of face full of hops, if you like, which is a bit of a shame, I think. And at 5.5% ABV, yeah, I think you would want to share this, even though it's a 375 milliliter can and it should be, you know, a can for yourself. I think you'd be wanting to share this. It's like, oh, try that. That's the hoppiest beer I've ever had in my life. And I've had McKellar's 1000 IBU thing. May the 4th be with you as Akasha and Liquor Emporium join forces to overthrow the evil empire of dull beers with light Sabro. Crackling with tangerine, coconut, stone fruit and tropical flavours. It's an elegant hazy for a more civilised age. Made in Australia, brewed and canned by Akasha Brewing Company, Spencer Street, 5 Dock, New South Wales. Independent craft beer from Australia then. I don't really know what else to say about this other than I'm finding it quite tough to drink, and I feel, I'm sure Mick don't mind. Thank you very much, Mick, for sending the beer. I'm sure he don't mind, because I've liked 99% of the beers Mick sent in the past, and there's bound to be a beer or two along the way that is not for you. And that just comes down to the honesty of our reviews here on YouTube. There would be no point. I understand that this beer has travelled halfway across the world. I totally understand that, and I appreciate it greatly. But there would be no point in me going, oh, yeah, this is great. What's the point? What's the point in that? So unfortunately, this one's not for me. I do feel, you know, I find it hard to rate a beer that in this situation, because the brewer's gone all out with the hops. You know, they've tried to do a really good thing. They've thought that they've got it right, and just too much hops, just too much hops. It's almost undrinkable. It's almost undrinkable. It's a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.